Ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight to the Razer ARAM Invitational. We are here in League of Legends with two of the top pro teams here in North America, Team Legion and Team TSM. They're going to be duking out here for a best of one in the semifinals, TSM versus Legion. I'm the FourCourtJester. With me is Rapid. How you doing, dude?
Hey man, what's up? I'm doing actually really well tonight. Pretty pumped for some epic ARAMs. I mean, I always love playing ARAMs casually, but this is a little bit more than casual, as I think the average elo in here is like 2300. So this is Legion versus TSM, first game of the night. I'm pretty excited.
I am just trying to get sound levels all working here. People saying they can't hear me, which is very disappointing.
You know what? That actually seems like somewhat of a problem. I mean, as great as it is, shoutcasting where people can't hear you, probably do want to get that taken care of. So I know you're a little bit quiet earlier on. Hopefully we've got that problem resolved. But yeah, being able to hear people always a good thing.
Well, I can just talk louder. That's totally fine with me. As you guys can see here, no picks, no bans, just pure random. And who did we end up with? Team Legion, Shyvana, Vayne, Darius, Lulu, and Akali. Who do we got there on the purple team, Rapid?
Well, we're gonna have X Special running a champion. I'm not sure I've known him too much to play in Fiora. Reginald is on Kale. Probably somebody he probably wouldn't have played mid, but Dyrus running the carry bear top lane. I think he's definitely played his fair share of Volibear before, so that's something we should probably watch out for. Just because, oh my goodness, that's so ridiculous. Also, Chowix not getting an 80 carry, so he's gonna be dealing with Fizz and the odd one on Maokai. That's definitely something he's pretty well known for. So pretty excited for that one.
Yeah, a lot of people here in chat saying that Fiora X Special been doing a lot of that in the past is really quite good. So I'm kind of excited to see that going down. We see a lot of barriers though. Look at that 10 barrier team, a few flashes, a few heals, but no clarities.
Yeah, I'm actually I understand the lack of a clarity. I mean, not something that's extra specially essential, but using heal instead of flash, something I'm actually kind of interested in, because usually you will see that flash barrier combo. They're just such good skills to have, especially like the flash flip from Dyrus. I don't know, but we'll see exactly which sort of meta wins out, because you do have barriers over, I guess, over flashes on TSM, but then you look over to Team Legion and you've got 1, 2, 3 flashes with 2 heals, and the rest of the skills are barriers. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a contrast, but something will be interesting to watch out for.
Yeah, I'm looking at Vayne at this point. I mean, Vayne, Lulu, we got Akali. I mean, we have some really big assassins here on the blue team. Look at that Darius. Cruiser the Bruiser on a Darius means a lot of trouble for Team Solo Mid. Go on up, go on down. Dunk Master with that guillotine. Going to be a good time. But Fizz is nothing that you can really shake a stick at either. I mean, Chaos on Fizz is going to be a little bit hard to deal with, I think.
Yeah, I think that Chowix and Demon Lull are both going to kind of occupy the same roles. They are that assassin. You have those big beefy people to stand in front of them, whether it's Cruise the Bruiser on Team Legion, along with Probably Shyvana really tanky as well. And then for TSM, you're going to have Dyrus and Maokai, or Dyrus and the Odd One, on Carry Bear and Maokai out in front of everybody. So they're going to take the brunt of the force from everybody's pushes, and then you're going to the assassins, whether it's Chowix or Demon, they'll come in there for the cleanup. And I don't know, either a Fed Fizz or a Fed Akali just completely wrecks everyone. So I definitely, I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this. I'm going to side a little bit more with Team Legion, but how do you feel about the way these randoms have worked out?
Well, as I said, Darius Akali combination, it can definitely bring a lot of pain, but we also have Reginald on Kale. Probably not, that typical mid that you guys like to see out there, but it will be an invulnerability, so we're going to have to see if that can shut down a lot of this aggression. Either way, game's about to start here, guys. Game number 1 of the Razer ARAM Invitational. People saying it's Chaos, not Chowix, or Chowix, not Chaos. Good times tonight here in the chat. The TSM fanboys are out in force. But guys, give it up. Team Legion on your left and TSM on your right. Place your bets right now. It is a best of 1, so whoever wins it, wins it. They move on. They don't have a choice. And then, of course, we will have the best of 3 finals for our 2 winners tonight. And look at some of those skins coming out.
Oh man, yeah, definitely bringing out the skins here. No skin for Fiora, but we definitely have Judgment Kale, Northern Storm Volibear, Atlantean Fizz. I did not know it's called Atlantean, but also Festive Maokai. Gonna be giving presents to everybody this time around. And I don't know. I think that actually TSM is winning the skin war, going up 4 skins to 3. So already off to a pretty devastating start. These are some aggressive skins coming out from TSM.
I like it. We have 2 heals on Legion, but we have 3 on TSM. Now, there is the diminishing return on heals done in a rapid order. Plus, of course, we do have all the barriers, and we only have 1 Ignite, and that's on Reginald. So, I'm not too sure how well we're going to be able to counter a lot of the hit points, but, you know, game is in, guys. 20 seconds. Looking at a lot of items. TSM kind of in a hurry to get to that mid.
Yeah, really controlling those first 2 bushes is something that is kind of a double-edged sword. If you do get initiated on when you're in the bush, it's really on whichever team has the better initiation. And this time around, those presents in the brush, they're going to function as wards, and they're really going to give TSM a lot of that essential bush control. And already, they're going to flip Prolly into the middle of the enemy team, and TSM with first blood going to X Special. So, I don't know, pretty good start, TSM.
Shyvana had no fear whatsoever. She just ran right in there, guns a-blazing, got shut down pretty hard. I hear GG spam. Do I hear GG spam? I see.
It's TSM spam in the chat. You should definitely like put up the chat on stream because it's absolutely hilarious right now.
Alright, chat for you guys going out there. The TSM spam coming out, but first blood, 2x special on that Fiora, and that's going to really help out, especially if this Fiora is as strong as everyone claims in chat.
There's Darius getting the pull in on the odd one. Cruz the Bruiser wants to get flipped into the middle of the enemy team. He's going to flash out. Oh my goodness, living with just a sliver of health and no deaths after that? What on earth am I watching?
Well, we have a lot of barriers and a lot of heals to everyone's name. We do got the heal now popped on Shyvana, but not on Lulu. I guess they're just going to be waiting for that debuff. But we also do have a lot of poke now available to the TSM. I mean, Kale has a lot, plus those presents. Cruiser, however, going to be taking a lot of damage right there. He drops for a 2-0. TSM spam coming out almost again. But Demon Law also dropping. Got a little bit outnumbered. Dyrus, however, will be the return. So a 3-1 early on.
Yeah, and especially getting low via Hem is going to be the sub in here. But one more auto attack. Reginald gets taken down there by Vayne. So giving Vayne early kills not something that you really want to see it. Oh my goodness, Special taken down even lower. Chowix kind of body blocking for him a little bit there. But I don't know, it's 2-3 in favor of TSM. But you really have to look at these champion choices. I mean, Vayne is going to carry ridiculously hard. And then you look at TSM and you realize they are all melee. So oh my goodness, Special almost getting taken out there by Inubish, but a flip into the turret. Cruiser the Bruiser gets insta-jibbed, and so yeah, things definitely going really well for TSM. Dyrus with the flips, man. That guy is coming out huge.
Well, you know, all that Singe practice paying off a little bit. Volibear very similar in that regard. You know, more damage going down on top of Reginald, deals with it very effectively. Could be a terrible position for Demon Law, but it's going to be Frawley that they're going to try insta-game. I mean, he does go down, but not before Demon Law is able to take out X Special. Double kill coming out, however, for Fizz. And now we do got the nuke coming down on top of Vayne. She does successfully flash away. We'll live to see another day for now, but either way, we're looking at a little bit of a gold lead now. TSM up 6-3, and every time they die, of course, they get to go spend that money. Look at the items on Fiora, for example.
Oh yeah, X Special is going to be huge once she gets that Brutalizer early on, especially after she hits level 6, which can take a while in ARAMs. It's just going to be run up to the enemy team, press R, and then let the rest of your team sort of mop up afterwards. Because oh my goodness, there's actually going to be a pull in there onto Reginald. He's going to pop barrier, get out of the way without the barrier actually being of much use. Odd One jumping in onto Iviahem, keeping Vayne from doing a lot of damage. The double kill comes out from Akali, but this is absolutely a rout. Actually, things turning around as Demon Law with almost full health continues to go in on here, probably going to escape with just a sliver of health. The barrier from Demon Law helping him DPS Odd One desperately trying to get back to the turret, bobs a barrier of his own. Demon Law takes a turret shot, but that's going to be enough to pick up the kill, and probably jumping into the turret trades 1-for-1 as every single person on the map getting taken down.
TSM TSM, TSM. That's all we hear here in the chat. Both teams going out. Callie, however, a little bit incredulous that she did die to that tower, but that looked like a zingy. No, good times.
Oh, yeah, there are some similarities there to Zingy. Also, Hashin is well represented, but you got to look at where these kills are lining up. You have 5 and 3 on Akali, starting to get a lot of big items, but there is that Brutalizer on Special that is going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Now, one thing I do notice a lot on TSM is we have a whole bunch of gold for 10. We do got 2 hearts of gold, then a whole bunch of Philosopher's Stones, even some Cage's lucky picks.
Yeah, I'm really questioning that because the games don't really last that long in ARAM, so you're only going to get about a 20 to 30 minute game, so gold per 5s tend not to pay off very much, but because of the low amount of CS, they're definitely going to be, I guess, something that you do need to, to use to get your gold count up because there isn't so much CS.
Now, good guy Reginald, team captain of Solo Mid, has 24 creeps to his name. He has been farming up a storm, practicing those last hits with KO in case he ever needs to go mid with her. 26 now, really just blowing away the creep score population here on Legion.
Yeah, and I really think that that's going to come out super huge because then you look at the CS and you realize that just about nobody's anywhere close. I mean, you have 13 on Vayne, but just still nowhere near the almost 30 from Reginald. He is going to start carrying really hard, and I mean, it's all going to be about the 80 carries later on in the game. Who can out-carry, whether it's Kale or Vayne, either one of them has a lot of potential, and it'll be interesting to see how their supports actually support them in that aspect. You're going to see the damage reduction all come out from the Odd One. Cruiser the Bruiser going to get taken down. That ult from Special is absolutely massive as TSM just completely destroying Legion, shoving them back to their turret. Probably's going to go down underneath the turret. Special diving him, getting pinned to the wall, and oh my goodness, after that to Impale, and then Demon will come in there with the burst damage. They're going to be able to take it down Special, but nobody else getting taken down, and there's one more kill. But it trades 1 for 1, a double kill for Akali, but leaving only Vayne to defend their turret.
Yeah, and Vayne's not exactly the best of hit points, but that's okay. We can just ignore her, land a lot of damage onto this tower. Already down under half, but at this time, Legion can now head on back. A flash from Cruiser brings in Reginald, but not enough for the guillotine. Dyrus trying to do a little bit of body block in here. Will the Bloods get him? No, but the axe will. Dyrus now looks to be targeted a little bit here, but Vayne so very low on her hit points is going to be retreating a bit. Now we do got that BF sword coming out on Reggie to join the triple Dorans, but what do we have here for Team Legion? We do got that Hex Tech now for Akali, where again most of those kills are centered, and it does look like we're tanking up a little bit here on both Shyvana as well as Darius.
Yeah, the great thing about having Cruiser the Bruiser on Darius is that he has a hard initiate. Similar to Maokai's Twisted Advance, whenever you grab somebody, they're going to be in a very bad situation. So definitely something that they're going to use to initiate. The problem, however, is that Reginald, with that BF sword, he's going to out DPS literally every single person in the game. And that's that 34 creep score that I was talking about earlier. That is what allowed him to go ahead and pick up that BF sword. He is going to be absolutely monstrous, at least for the mid game, until Vayne gets some items.
I'm kind of curious to see what Fizz is going to use his blasting wand into. Will it be a Rabadon's? Will it be something else? Chaos just kind of hanging out at a 4-2-9 score. But yeah, we do have only creeps and assists to Reginald's name. He does seem to be last hitting fairly well. Throws out the nuke on top of Vayne, but nothing really to follow it up with. Chaos taking a bit of damage. That's okay. Gets himself that health relic, and now a little bit of a standoff. Team Legion really can't afford to lose another fight. Otherwise, they could potentially be losing their outermost turret.
Yeah, something you gotta look at as Demon Law actually going in there is that mana regen is increased here on Murder Bridge, so definitely is something that allows both teams to kind of spam out a lot more moves. You'll notice Darius going for a lot of pulls, something not possible due to the high mana cost in a lot of game modes, but here on Murder Bridge, it's definitely an option all the time, and so you're gonna see him try to grab Xpecial, succeeds, goes for the dunk, but Xpecial getting knocked up there. Dyrus with an epic, or I'd rather that was Lulu getting knocked up or knocking up all of TSM. Probably is going to be the last surviving member of Team Legion. He's going to go down. That is the ace. Oh my goodness, X Special just coming out super huge. And then also, even though there was a Lulu ult involved, just not big enough, Reginald dies to turret. GG probably picks up the kill. Chowik's going to die to turret as well. And that's actually not a bad thing. In ARAMs, when you suicide to turret, you get to go back to base and buy without giving your team, your enemies, the chance to get that gold. And oh my goodness, everybody gonna get taken down. There's the counter ace for Team Legion.
Well, Demon Lul's saying, yeah, I'm a Callie. I don't want you to suicide. I'm going to grab 2 more kills to her name. And it does look like with the Giant Spell going for a Rylai's. Now, they might be able to put up a little bit of counter pressure on this turret, but we already have Reginald coming back to base. Coming back from base, excuse me. Does have that pickaxe going for that Infinity Edge first, but Team Legion, they don't care. Yeah, they're just going to pull him in and kill him under tower, or so they thought. Reginald, a little bit too good for that. Did, unfortunately, use his ultimate for it.
Yeah, so that ultimate will be down if I check the cooldown on that. It's going to be up in about 75 seconds, which is not actually that long on Murder Bridge. Things tend to go pretty quickly, but I don't know. It's going to be all up to Vayne right now, I feel, for Team Legion. Finally has her BF sword, but is only 1 and 2, whereas Reginald is 2 and 4 with 50 CS almost. So that guy's going to have an Infinity Edge post-haste, and I don't know. I would not want to be Legion right now. You can see that already he's being affected by Stark's Fervor picked up. That is going to be massive. Who actually picked that up is going to be Dyrus on Volibear. So Stark's absolutely huge on this map just because every single person on your team or items just do so well on Murder Bridge.
Well, you can see the gold pretends, kind of coming into a little bit of effect here, because we do have a 6 kill difference, and again, the creep's more leaning towards Reginald, if not TSM, but we do have about a 4,000 gold lead over top of Team Legion. Again, a lot of gold pretends in there on the TSM side. The first blood, obviously, that was a lot of extra gold as well, and you can see Legion a little bit more on the back foot. They are kind of backpedaling, TSM just really boxing them in. The best defense is obviously a good offense, and there's only one way to go on Murder Bridge.
All right, it actually looks like the thing's trying to sort of normalize here, but without that turret for Team Legion, they are going to be substantially on the back foot. You can see, like you mentioned, there's it's about 4,000 gold differential between the two teams. Dyer's running in and getting immediately impaled. Special tries to get some extra damage off there onto Vayne, but just goes ahead, drops the impale, and then tumbles back out. So both teams kind of sitting in this sort of mid-game farm fest, but TSM with a solid advantage has that Zeki's Herald, and already the ultimate backup for Reginald.
Yep. Big nukes going down on top of Vayne, and that seems to be the signal. Chaos taking out Cruiser, and just everyone getting it mixed up into there. But Maokai able to take down Vayne. She was the original target. You really don't want to leave her in the back, just able to lay fire down upon a lot of these things. But Chaos in the back, able to pick up a Kali. Looks like he might go down, but the save from Reginald brings out the ace yet again. And this could be lights out for this tower and inhibitor.
Wow, that ultimate from Kale, absolutely massive, protecting Chowix for a million years now. He's going to go in, successfully die to turret. Vayne really wanted to help pick up that kill, but Oddwin's just going to go for damage on the inhibitor, because right now, that's all that matters. Look at that damage on Vayne. Oh my goodness.
Vayne, 208 attack damage, only has the 1 item plus the Zeal, but she is only sitting 1-3. I mean, she might be nice in the back, but she doesn't really have a huge amount of farm to back her up at this point. She is sitting at 5,700 to the 65 that Akali is, and you can see them just really chunk down Reginald right there.
Wow, yeah, he was flying all over the place, got pulled in by Darius, pinned up against the wall by Vayne, and something to note is that the odd one on Maokai has Abyssal Scepter, another one of those awesome aura items, but also has magic penetration boots, so Vayne with only 30 magic resist is taking true damage from Maokai. There's going to be a lot of circles on the ground. The ult from Maokai coming out absolutely huge, but look at Vayne. DPS in the back, cannot get away from Odd One and X Special. Probably is going to get flipped into turret range. He's going to go down. A double kill for X Special, and Noobish going to try to get out of there as fast as humanly possible. Odd One is fast, but is he fast enough? I don't think so, and especially with a slow from Glitterlance, Noobish is going to make it out of there alive. TSM spam coming out from Reginald, and you got to know TSM's kind of feeling themselves right now.
Yeah, they got to be feeling good. Up 11 kills, 6,000 gold, and repeated team fight victories. I think that's now 3 in a row that Legion has just really, fumbled the ball on. But 7 sorry, 9 and 7 on Akali. She does have 7 deaths to her name. She does have the most deaths, but she's really the only one with kills. I mean, if we take a look at solo mid, we got 7 on Fiora, we got 7 on Dyrus even on that Volibear, and 7 more kills on top of Chaos. It's nice and spread out, nice and kind of even, but it is really that huge 9 kill spike on Akali. It really is a big center of farm, and that's going to start hurting the other champions in fairly short order.
Yeah, and I doubted the gold per 5s earlier on, but when you combine that with a lot of CS, Reginald is going to be super massive. Demon Null is protected there. There is no Oracle, so they cannot see him, but there is the kill on Dyrus, keeping him alive. Chowix looking to go down there. Cruiser Bruiser without a null, looking to get the last little bit of damage. It's going to be enough. I feel like Dyrus down dangerously low, probably going to take him out. Odd One jumping on to Vayne. Oh no, my goodness, almost taking down Vayne, but a double kill for Shyvana. And Cruiser the Bruiser and Frawley typing TSM in chat as well. But Dyrus picks up a Warmog's armor, and that's really gonna, I have a feeling, sort of deny them any more TSM spam, because there's actually the ace. Wow, Vayne flashing in there, jumping in there, flashing out. Not quite making it, but dying to turret, like I said earlier, still always a good option.
Yeah, not entirely too sure where that surge of strength came in, but I did see Dyrus jump into that team fight and really just get the runaround. Here comes the ultimate out of X Special, not really landing too much damage on top of Prawley, and now getting counter-chunked by both Nubish and Prawley. He is going to be running away, but we do got Demon Lull now back in the scene, and here comes Cruiser to boot. Cruiser actually with his own Warmogs as well as that Shyvana, so you can see that their strategy of tanking up on 2 characters kind of paid off in that last fight, but that took a while to get to that scenario.
Yeah, and so we're in kind of a really interesting phase of the game right now. This is where Murder Bridge tends to be kind of a rubber band fest. See, if you overextend, if you try to push in on things, you're going to be further away from everything. You're really vulnerable to being initiated on, and that's exactly what Team Legion is feeling right now. They came out, they had a really strong team fight, crushed a bunch of people, but now that TSM has bought, they're going to have a lot of really great items. They're going to have a lot of really great pressure, and really everything that's gone well for them all game long is really just going to kind of come to fruition here, as nobody can buy right now. That's one of the crucial things. When you've lost your turret, it's really best to just stay in base, because that way you keep the buy advantage. Now with both teams on equal footing, and Dyrus absolutely massive. I can't find Demon Lull. Flip's probably in there. There is the knockup from Nubish. He's going to be super massive, but there is the Darius dunk. 1 kill down. Chowix could go down. He trolls a little bit with a heal, and Legion coming out absolutely massive. Demon Lull gets taken out, but Dyrus will be the next to fall. Odd One, the only one left alive, and this is going to be a 5-man ace for Team Legion. How do they do it? I don't know. Doko Desca, donde está? I don't know where they're at, but there should be some TSMs in chat coming out pretty soon, as Legion with an epic defense of the ages. Wow, that was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, now it's time to go balls to the wall on top of this turret. We do have Fiora up, but she's not going to get there nearly in time. Vayne just going to try to keep this creep wave at bay, but probably is going to go down before the tower does drop. Now, we did wait for the teammates. Fiora now going to be coming in here on 4s. Out goes Nubish. We already had the execution on top of Prawley, which leaves us with both Vayne and Darius, with the late Akali coming in for a bit of a defense. But either way, it's almost like Bizarro world. All of a sudden, TSM losing team fights. The gold gap now starting to get a little bit more equalized as well. About 3,500 between them, and even the kills coming out back to 5. Really strange things.
I gotta point something out. The Odd One, I believe, is running gold per 5 runes and gold per 5 golds, and also Quince, as well as multiple gold per 5 items himself. Because when you look at the gold count, those 22 assists and 7 kills combined with all those gold per 5s give him the highest gold in the game at just now cresting about 10,000. So that guy is feeling himself. He has a lot of AP at almost 200. There comes Dyrus in, going in off of the Chowix ultimate initiation. Probably is sustaining, and oh my goodness, that guy just does not die. Cruiser the Bruiser can't even get a dunk off. He's going to go down almost immediately. X Special goes into his ult just to keep himself from dying almost immediately, and oh my goodness, TSM with a counter initiate. This is that rubber band I was talking about earlier. TSM just coming back and crushing down all on top of Legion.
Well, that was something a bit more expected. No TSM spam from either team, but the inhibitor's down. Turret is about to drop, and that should be the end of game number 1. TSM versus Legion. Is Chaos going to be able to get the kill on top of Nubish? Nope, he gets pixed in the face. Does not matter. GG's coming out, and TSM, maybe the heavyweight here, maybe not, able to take the game over Legion, proceeding on into the finals where they will play a best of 3 up against the winners of our next match, because we only got 4 teams. Hey, why not cover both matches? So guys, that means that we're not going anywhere quite yet, but we do have another best of 1 on deck for you. So what do you think of that game, Rapid?
You know what? I thought it was really back and forth. And you look at the gold count and you see Legion is behind all across the board. But even still, they were able to put up an extremely good fight several times, just acing TSM. And whether that was just TSM running in on them or not, it was just really impressive to see both teams come out. And to be honest, going into this game and after, I believe, TSM's most recent vlog announcing this thing, you definitely wanted to, you got the impression that TSM hadn't played a lot of ARAMs. And if you guys know anything about Team Legion, they play a lot of ARAMs. If you join the chat channel in League of Legends, Kenan S number 1, the number being the hashtag #1, then you can play ARAMs with them basically all the time. They love hanging out with the community and they love playing ARAMs, and I definitely thought that was going to carry them through this game, especially with as great an AD carry as Vayne. But man, Reginald just coming out super huge. 10 and 8 Fizz, highest kill count in the game for Chowx, and the odd one with 25 assists. Definitely, you can see that team synergy ultimately bringing it home for TSM.
Alright guys, so game number 1 is done. We're going to coordinate with the admins, get CLG versus Dynamic up here. Don't go anywhere, the stream will continue. Enjoy some music, and we will be right back.